Hello folks, I recently caused a bit of controversy by showing you how much money you could save by leasing a new car versus buying a new car. And some weird and wonderful comments, but lots of people seem to be coming up with this sort of common theme, which is that the lease companies are actually ripping you off or involved in money laundering or something like that. And lots of comments like, are lease companies charities then? Because they were saving so much money in this video. I just want to explain why leasing a car can be much cheaper than buying a new car, certainly, from a dealership. First thing is, think about the dealership. Think about the building itself. They're never small, modest affairs, are they? You go to any kind of main dealer, it's a huge, sort of fairly glamorous building, fair bit of square footage on site, very nicely finished, very shiny, nice coffee machine, nice sofas, all that kind of stuff. That all costs money. And obviously to get a main dealership in the first place, there's a cost involved. They also have to run the workshop. They also have to have lots of parking available, so that's more land that they have to either buy or rent. So there are lots and lots of outgoings with a car dealership that you simply wouldn't get from a car leasing broker. Now some of those leasing brokers are one or two man bands, sometimes in a garden office or a spare bedroom like me. Some of them are sort of larger affairs and people have got big office space. Office space is generally a lot cheaper to rent than a huge showroom. Trust me on that one. Now think about the way that they source their stock. Think of a main dealer as a bit like a tied pub, like a brewery pub. If you go into a brewery pub, they have to buy all their beer from one particular brewery and they have to buy it at the cost that the brewery sets. If you compare that to a free house, of which there aren't too many left in the UK, they can buy any kind of beer they want and they can buy it from wherever they want. So they can actually go after a good deal. If you go into a Ford dealership, for example, they can only offer you deals that Ford will allow them to offer you on Ford vehicles. If you go to a car leasing broker, they can find not only cars from all over the place, they can find finance from all over the place. So they can marry the two things up and find an exceptionally good deal for you. Now they also often benefit from huge economies of scale because the finance company sometimes will place huge orders on big loads of vehicles, and because they get such a huge bulk discount on those vehicles, they can then offer them out fairly cheaply. For example, if I'm a finance company and I go and buy 10 vehicles, I might get them at this price. If I say I'm going to buy 2,000 of them, I might get a substantial discount. And the reason why those volume discounts are so important is so they can take a lower margin and therefore lease loads of cars. They can do really high volume. Where your typical new car dealership may do 2, 3, 4 sales a day, a good car leasing broker may be doing 10 times that a day. The other things that main dealers have is stock. They have to have physical stock on site because people want to test drive cars, people want to see the different options for themselves. So they've got that expense. From a cash flow point of view, when you have stock sitting on your car lot, it's basically sort of dead money until it turns into a sale. And of course often ex-demonstrators and things have to be sold for a lower price than a new car that you might go into a dealer and order in, which most people do. And then you have to think about the salespeople. The salespeople are highly trained in selling X, Y and Z to you. They need to sell as much as they can to you. They're under a lot of pressure, but they get really good commission. So the salespeople are usually better paid in car dealerships, but their jobs are usually on the line. Someone told me from quite a large network of car dealerships, told me recently that even the best salesperson's never further than 3 months away from the sack. In other words, if you fail to perform 3 months on the trot, you could be the best salesperson they've ever had. If you fail to perform 3 months on the trot, that doesn't just mean selling cars, that means selling all the add-ons that goes with it. You could find yourself in the hole. Generally, people that are leasing cars, probably not quite as well paid, probably not earning quite as much commission, but they've got a much safer job. There's a big part of the car lease process that's guesswork, or at least educated guesswork, because basically they look at how much they can buy the car for, the cost of the finance and the profit they're going to get from the finance, and then what they're going to be able to sell the car for at the end. Now sometimes they have deals in place with large car dealerships that will just agree to take all their lease returns, but more often they have deals in place with auction houses that will again either buy everything from them at a set price or an initially agreed price, or literally they just take it, put it into auction and give them what it fetches. And obviously if there's a guaranteed return on that car, so before they've even leased it, they know exactly how much they're getting for that car in 3 years, it's a safe bet for them. If they're at the mercy of used car prices in 1, 2, 3 years, they're going to look at predicted residual values. And that's where they have to take a little bit of a gamble. They could come out of it really well off, or they could come out of it perhaps breaking even or even losing a few quid. Just a really quick, simple video. I just hope that explains why sometimes it's a lot cheaper to lease a car than it is to buy one. It's not always, by the way. As I always say, shop for the deal when you're looking for a lease. So instead of thinking to yourself, I want a Ford Focus 1.6 turbo diesel ST line, think to yourself, I want a mid-size family hatchback, or I want a car and I've got this budget, and see what you can get for that budget. I've said it before on my channel, but sometimes you'll be amazed by what you can get. I've had people coming to me before saying I was looking for an Audi A3 and I got an Audi A6 for the same money. And it can be that crazy at times if you look out for those deals and you don't focus on a very, very specific car and very specific trim level. There are bargains to be had if you look for the deals. Obviously, I do my lease deals of the month videos every month, so that's a good place to start. Thanks ever so much for watching this one, folks. Please, if you are considering a lease, click the link in the description to Lease Loco, and I'll see you on the next one.